Make this holiday season one to remember with Goldbelly, your one-stop shop for America's most iconic foods shipped nationwide. From the original turducken to the viral pie Kagan with decadent layers of Kagan pie, Goldbelly has everything to wow your guests with the click of a button. And with Black Friday around the corner, it's the perfect time to pre-order unique gifts that ship right to their door. Use promo code GIFT for 20% off your first order on goldbelly.com. The holidays have never been easier.
With the state of today's economy, it's more important than ever to invest in products that last for years to come. As the seasons shift and get cooler, make sure your closet is stocked with durable layers that stand the test of time from American Giant. American Giant's clothes work harder and are wearable season after season. Their greatest hoodie ever made is made from the highest quality materials that are cut and sewn right here in the United States. So you're investing right back in your local community. Choosing American Giant means taking a stand for American manufacturing and hardworking Americans, something other mega corporations don't care about. From fleece to knit, all in a range of colors for versatile daily wear, American Giant delivers everyday pieces designed for everyday life. Feel the difference of quality, made-to-last clothes from American Giant. Get 20% off your first order with code STAPLE20 at american-giant.com. That's 20% off your first order at american-giant.com with code STAPLE20.
Do you want to just dive right in?
Yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot.
We have a lot to talk about.
It's a lot.
We have a lot to talk about.
Let's do it.
Let's just fucking go for it. I should not say fuck in the first 30 seconds of this episode.
Why not?
If we were monetized, we would get demonetized. But we're not, so I guess it doesn't matter.
We're not making any money from this. All right.
Let's just
Welcome to Witchcast.
Cause it's Witchcast.
I'm Emily.
I'm Kate.
And we are your co-hosts of this, the beautiful, stunning Witchcast podcast.
That's right. We're your learning and growing, ever-evolving novice witches here to explore everything under the woo-woo, spiritual, esoteric umbrella that is witchiness.
Yes, the whole magical world. The whole spiritual, magical world.
Exactly. All of it. And today we're going to go around the world and discuss
nice.
Lunar New Year. We're going to talk about the
Yay.
Lunar New Year, which is wild.
And coming up pretty soon.
And coming up very, very soon, which we'll get into. It's funny because I suggested it because it's top of mind because I'm volunteering for some fun duties for our company's ERGs. But I didn't realize until I started researching just how witchy it really is. It's actually a
I'm very
witchy
excited
holiday.
to hear about that because I did the Chinese Zodiac, but it's witchy, but only in the way that astrology is always witchy. It's less witchy, but but I feel like they tie in nicely, and I'm looking forward to hearing your stuff. And I have some fun. I mean, astrology is always fun. I have some fun stuff
I'm so excited
to share that I did not know. I felt like when I was like, when we were setting out to do this, I was like, how much can there be to say? And the answer is, oh boy,
a lot.
Books and
books.
Books and books.
I know. I was going down such a, no pun intended, rabbit hole.
Heyo.
Which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, it's a complex issue. Not issue. It's just it's complex, man.
There's just
it's
a whole lot of stuff. And like Lunar New Year isn't just any one country. There's like a whole bunch of countries that celebrate the Lunar New Year.
Which
so there's a whole bunch of things. Oh, you know
it's so
what?
Much.
We said before this that I would do food also, and I totally forgot about food.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's literally, I have like pages of stuff written on anyway already.
All good. I'll mention then quickly in my list a few foods because it came up naturally in my research.
Rad.
But we don't have to go too in depth on it. But yeah, I mean, honestly,
I totally forgot.
All of this could be its own. Each of these main topics we're going to cover today are very top line, by the way, and each of them could be their own episode. That's how
absolutely
extensive they are.
There are like asides I have that could have been their own thing.
Yeah, it's a lot. So let's just dive in because there's so much to cover. But again, everything we're going to talk about is pretty top line. Yeah, because we don't want this to be 5 hours long.
Yeah.
So Lunar New Year, which is also known as Spring Festival in the East Asian countries, marks the first full moon of the lunar calendar, which generally takes place between January 21st and February 20th, according to our Western Gregorian calendar. The dates of the Lunar New Year change every year on our Gregorian calendar, which is the solar dating system that most of the world actually uses nowadays. But the Lunar New Year is based on a lunar solar calendar, which matches the cycles of the moon. So real quick, let's just talk about lunar calendars, because I'm sure people have heard of them, but are like, what is that? And as witches, we love our moon. We often... celebrate.
Yeah, we're always
talked
out
about
here
the wheel of the year.
talking to the moon, talking about the moon, hanging out with the moon.
Exactly. So this is actually, I think this is why it's such a big and complex topic, because we're talking ancestral, historic, early man for thousands of years across thousands of countries that have then influenced each other and trickled down to now. So anyway, there's a lunar calendar and a lunar solar calendar, and I'll just really quickly talk about what that means. But the lunar calendar is a calendar where the months are based on the moon cycles. So you have a purely lunar calendar, which is distinguished from a lunar solar calendar, which a lunisolar calendar has lunar months that are brought into alignment with the solar year through the process of intercalation, which is the insertion of a leap day, week, or month into some of the calendar years to make the calendar follow the seasons or moon phases. Okay, this is all really complicated. All of this to say that the details of when the months begin vary from calendar to calendar, which is why I think we now have our standardized Western Gregorian calendar, because every country and culture has their own, that follows lunar calendars, has their own. Some of them use new, full, or crescent moons, and others employ really detailed calculations to calculate their days. My bio mom, who lives in Korea, she uses a lunar calendar, so she wishes me happy birthday on both my lunar calendar birthday as well as my Western Gregorian calendar birthday.
That's nice of her.
Yeah, so that's sweet. So, and as some of you may know, I didn't know this, but I thought this was cool. I mean, I guess it just didn't click for me that traditional lunar and lunisolar calendars are still used, like I said, throughout the world to determine religious festivals and national holidays. So, like the Lunar New Year, like we're about to discuss, but other holidays also include Rosh Hashanah in the Hebrew calendar, Easter, which is why Easter changes around so much, and I always wondered that as a former Catholic. I don't know why I didn't know this, but it's based on the Computus lunar calendar. Diwali and Ramadan, all of these are based off lunar calendars from their respective cultures.
Yeah.
Point being.
Oh, total aside, that's, so two of my friends that got married, one is Hindu and the other is Jewish, and they both have like different lunar calendars and festivals and stuff. So when they were choosing a date to get married, they had to choose a date that wasn't unlucky or a festival in either of their cultures, or like for some reason not possible because they live in New York, unlike the Western Gregorian calendar. So they had like one day. They were like, all right, I guess we're getting married on that Saturday.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Like how complicated, but also how wonderful that you come from cultures that have such rich and diverse like celebrations based on your own respective lunar calendars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was all I was going to say, is that lunar calendars came first before solar calendars, and it's arguably the oldest way our ancestors measured time.
Yeah.
Real quick on that, the lunisolar calendar was found in Scotland dating back to 8000 BC.
Woo!
During the Mesolithic period.
Old as shit.
Yeah, but some scholars believe that lunar calendars came earlier. There were marks found on a cave dating back 17,000 years ago.
No.
And also marks on a bone baton found dating back 27,000 years ago.
Honestly,
and some scholars even think that ancient hunters used regular astronomical observations of the moon dating back to the Upper Paleolithic time.
Wow.
So
tingles all over my body. You know?
This is ancient stuff, which is amazing. And I think speaks to a lot of witches in our practices.
So cool.
Yes. So we're going to talk specifically about the Chinese East Asian Lunar New Year, which commemorated the end of winter and the beginning of spring, which is also why it's called spring festival, according to the 354-day traditional Chinese lunar calendar, which is based on the 12 cycles of the moon. However, I do want to quickly mention, and I will not go into this because there's so many, it's so vast, but Lunar New Year is celebrated and observed by numerous cultures throughout the world. So you'll see it right in the Chinese calendar in East Asia, like I mentioned, in Hindu Buddhist calendars in South and Southeast Asia, is in the Islamic calendar and the Jewish calendar in the Middle East, and it's also celebrated by the indigenous Nisga'a people of Canada. So you're seeing Lunar New Year celebrated all over the world in all different ways. Yeah.
Super rad.
Wow.
Super rad.
Yeah, it's crazy. So let's just jump in, though, to the history of the Chinese Lunar New Year, which is going to be our main focus. And by Chinese, I'm going to talk about the history, but really this Chinese Lunar New Year is typically celebrated throughout East Asia around the same time. And each of these cultures, even within China nowadays, there are different ways to celebrate and different traditions within region, states.
Yeah, I'm sure that's always been the case. Like, China is a vast and varied place, you know? It's
exactly. And it's made up of lots of different people from lots of different, you know, ancient clans and tribes. And then they also then travel to different, like, you look at Taiwan, you look at Hong Kong, like, there's so much influence and intermingling through wars and occupation and travel. It's crazy. We don't have time to get into an East Asian history class.
That's another 5-hour episode.
I took a class on ancient Asian art history and I got a C-. Baby. It was so boring. Also, to be fair, it was only up to like 2000 BC, so it was like really ancient art.
That's gonna be tough to track if you're not already like familiar. It was
just a lot of stone statues of what supposedly was maybe Buddha. I don't know. It was sorry. It was just whatever. Anyway,
it was too far back. You were hoping for a little
all
more.
The dynasties. There's so many dynasties. Okay. So the first dated Chinese New Year celebration can be traced back to the Warring States period of 475 BC to 221 AD. I am not going to try. I'm gonna. By the way, I'm mispronouncing everything. I looked up the pronunciations and I'm sorry. But anyway, there was an exorcistic ritual called Big Nuo, which was recorded to be carried out in the ending day of the year to expel illness in the state, which I thought that was very... Also, I'm going to pull out witchy details that I think are relevant and cool for our listeners.
Love that.
Anyway, after the Qin unified China and the Qin dynasty was founded, the ritual continued, so it evolved to cleaning up houses, which we'll talk about for the new year. Also, there's a mention of celebration of the start of the new year recorded in the Han dynasty, which is 202 BC to 220 AD. And in this book, they mention the grandchildren serving pepper wine to their parents, making a toast, wishing their parents good health, worshiping ancestors. Which all of this we'll talk about trickles down to today's ways of celebrating. But Lunar New Year is the grandest ancient traditional festival in China, known as Guaonian. Again, I'm so sorry, probably not correct. So how do we celebrate? How do Chinese people celebrate? How do a lot of different East Asian countries celebrate? And how are ways that you can celebrate? We're just going to go through a list, and I'm going to try and be as quick as possible. It's a lot. There's a lot. But there's a trove of traditions, and like I said, they vary region to region. They vary country to country. Like how Koreans celebrate the Lunar New Year is different than how Japanese people celebrate the Lunar New Year, which, by the way, I looked up. Japan traditionally just celebrates the Western New Year, but in Ryukyu Island, which is a separate kind of prefecture of Japan, they only follow the lunar calendar because they're literally a little island and they have to follow the tides because they're a fishing community. So they celebrate and follow still the lunar calendar and the Lunar New Year, which I thought was really cool. Anyway.
That's very cool. I actually, not to extend this episode even further, but I was looking up just different things when we started on this. And one of the things I thought was really fun was that in Japan, yes, they do the Gregorian calendar New Year, but something I'd never heard of before, which isn't really witchy, but I just thought it was fun, is they do a forget the year party where they get drunk right before the end of the year and eat.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Or it's like instead of we have like holiday parties, they do forget this year parties where it's like a traditional thing that like is part of the whole Japanese New Year celebration. A lot of times now, like your work does it, so it's like a work holiday party. But like the point of it is that you like, you look back on the year and the good and bad things that happen, and you let go of the bad things so you can start the new year fresh, and it's a whole new year. And I don't know, I thought that was fun.
I love that. I love that also, like in America, and I'm assuming Canada too. Like we all get drunk on New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
so we're intentionally also forgetting.
Yeah. It's just like a different philosophy of the same activity.
Yeah. I when we did our New Year traditions episode earlier, I was thinking that too, of like, I always used to think that getting drunk and like all this like crying and bemoaning that happens on New Year's Eve was a terrible way to start the new year. But I have since changed my mind. I actually think that that's cathartic and a good way to do what you want to do. Drink what you want to drink.
And then drink enough that you've forgotten all the bad stuff.
Well, that also...
Or don't, actually. Be safe.
Drink responsibly. But do what you want. But this all ties into the kind of main focus of these traditions, or the main kind of message that it carries with Chinese New Year, with Lunar New Year, is about, attracting good luck, avoiding bad luck, letting go of the year behind and what came with it, and starting the new year off on a good foot. So as preparations for the new year starts to happen, that actually happens well in advance of the actual Lunar New Year. As the old year draws to a close, there's a tendency in Chinese culture and East Asian culture to tie up loose ends, put things in order, and begin the new year starting fresh and with a clean slate. So balancing your books, paying off old debts, collecting on loans and charges still due, paying off your credit cards nowadays, right? Like that whole idea, deal and settle all your accounts before the Lunar New Year. But also for the individual, that can mean looking back on the misfortunes of the past and kind of and have an introspective examination of your mistakes and failures. Then also a spiritual cleansing of the old, a good riddance, if you will, to the bad luck and negative attitudes of the past. It was also done to leave one with a bright and optimistic approach to whatever lies ahead. So, and just to clarify, I'm going to go through some like ancient ways that people, not ancient, but like in old China, the ways that Lunar New Year was honored. And then I'll quickly discuss like a quick list of how it's modernized. But anyway, it'll all tie in. But all of this stuff is like just super witchy to me, which I think is so great. So domestically, there's a traditional cleansing as well. So in decades past, the most thorough spring cleaning of the year was initiated prior to the Lunar New Year as a ritualistic way to sweep away the evil spirits feared to be lurking in the dark corners behind heavy and rarely moved pieces of furniture. Nowadays, people just kind of like clean their whole house because many family members and guests are about to come over. But that's part of it. The old agrarian's calendar cites the 20th day of the 12th lunar month as the day for sweeping floors. And this date still marks the beginning of major pre-holiday house cleaning projects in Hong Kong. In much of China, peasants waited until the 23rd or the 24th, whether you're South or North China, to pick up the broom and dustpan. So on this day, the kitchen god, or the god of the hearth, was scheduled to depart to make his report concerning household activities to the Jade Emperor in heaven. So you do not disturb and offend him, housewives waited until he was on his way before they started moving furniture and raising dust. So let me talk real quick about this kitchen god, because I love this. Sending off the kitchen god off to heaven was a matter deserving special attention. So year-round at the hearth, he was represented by a picture on display or by calligraphed. Oh my god, really nice characters written down.
Calligraphy.
Calligraphy. For his name, there was always like some sort of physical representation for him at the hearth of the family's house. And it was believed that the kitchen god observed all the family's coming and goings. He was basically like their Santa, from what I can understand. It's like, were you nice to any beggars at the door? Did you waste any food? So measures were taken to ensure that the kitchen god's cooperation in giving a glowing report to the Jade Emperor would then thereby win the family heavenly favor. So they would leave ritual offerings of candies or pastries or wine. They would smear his lips on his photo with honey to make sure he could only say sweet things about the family. And then once all this was done, the picture of the kitchen god is torched. And he's sent off on his yearly journey, not to return until New Year's Day.
Hell yeah.
Then the dusting, washing, and scrubbing could begin.
That's
wild.
Awesome.
I loved it. I love it. I know. So
I'm like
witchy,
running
so
through
amazing.
my mind like things to put in my kitchen for the kitchen god.
Yeah, you gotta have a. I totally want a kitchen god now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many believed to sweep inward, only sweep with inward strokes toward the center of the room when they were cleaning, so as to not whisk away any of the family's good fortune out the door. Also, shopping is a major holiday activity. Because I know, right? Like, ooh, twist my arm.
Yeah.
Because this was historically the day when hardworking peasants would only be able to rest on this day. So since everybody had the day off, all purchases had to be made before the shops and street vendors closed on New Year's Eve. So everyone goes shopping, and the exchange of gifts is very common practice throughout China. And I also can speak to, I know in Korea, giving gifts is like basically a handshake. So everyone would go shopping leading up to New Year's. And some popular items. I want to skip all this. There's so much, but I do want to mention that among flowers and fruit, there were these New Year's prints, which are still displayed in Chinese homes today, or for associated with like good luck in the New Year festival. So they're like wood block prints with Chinese characters. Some of them also included portraits of the kitchen god to replace the one that you ritually burned, and other favorite scenes from old stories and legends. Sometimes auspicious ripe fruit, healthy smiling babies, or likenesses of door gods, which I also love this idea.
Yes.
Door gods that were affixed to the front gate to guard against evil spirits or ghosts. That's another traditional favorite. So these prints are also written as couplets, and single auspicious characters are also handwritten as well, though. But these couplets, which are written on vertical paper banners, are pasted on either side of the front gate of the house. And you also see people nowadays, Asian Americans as well as people in Asia, will decorate their homes with them. They're on like red paper, and they're expressing good wishes for good fortune, long life, many friends, etc. Okay, so New Year's Eve, people travel a lot. I'm sure if you've been or visited East Asia or you are familiar, a lot of people are like, don't be wary of traveling around Lunar New Year.
Just because it's crazy. It's like traveling
insane.
on Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Everyone comes home or visits family. But a big part of this is making offerings to the ancestors, the gods, and honoring your elders. So ceremonies would begin by sealing the cracks around the door with red paper to prevent any last bits of the old year's bad luck from stealing into the house, as well as preventing any of the family's good luck from escaping. Respects are made to the god of wealth, the gods of the well, the bed, the hearth, or any others whom the family wanted to stay on good terms with or were close to. This is like old China, but I love, shamanistic practices.
Very
that
fun.
I love.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Attention is then turned to the ancestors, with whom sacrifices of food would be given along with burning incense. Each family member would kneel in respect before the ancestral tablets, symbols of many past generations, where all the spirits of who some believed like were in attendance that night. And also then you would show respect to your living elders. Young family members would kneel to members of each generation above them in order, beginning with the eldest. And still to this day, children will do this. And when they show respect to their grandparents and their elders, they're given red envelopes which have money in them. So
Nice.
you've seen the red envelopes with money. That's where that comes from. Also sometimes words of wisdom. And then they sit down for the biggest meal of the year. Sometimes a place is set for members who could not return home, which I also love that as well. And the dishes served on this evening are chosen for significance regarding their names or appearances, which, again, bringing in all the great, wonderful things they want to bring in for the new year. So, God, there's so much. But I know making dumplings is nowadays a very popular way to celebrate. Whole fish, which is the word "you" is homophonous with homophonous. I don't even know how
it's
to
a
say
homophone.
This. It's a homophone.
It's a homophone? Homophone. Homophone.
Anyway, it sounds similar to the word meaning surplus or abundance. Again, which is why it's good luck. Chinese are really big in homophones. Homophones?
I think homophones.
By the way, which I'll mention this later, but that's also why the number 4 is considered bad luck, because it sounds very similar to the word death. There's a lot of traditions actually that stem from words that sound like other words.
Yeah, there's actually in Japanese it's the same, but it's 7 and 9 both have 2 names because 2 of their names sound like scary words. Anyway, go on.
Interesting. Yeah, it's really funny. Like, I've noticed that when I was in Korea, the 4th floor would not exist on elevators.
Whoa.
Just like how sometimes in America you'll see 13 doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right. Same.
It's like, I still know it's the 13th floor. It's not like
exactly.
When I was a kid, I thought there was just an empty floor no one would go in that was there. And I was like, there's all this space on 13. Why don't we go there?
It's literally just for our mental, mortal, weird brains. Yeah, love it. Oh God, yeah. So dumplings are really big, like I mentioned. Sweets, nuts, pastries. There's so much we could talk about in terms of food for the New Year. That's a whole other.
Do people eat mooncakes at the Lunar New Year also, or is it just in the Autumn Festival? Do you know?
That is a really good question. I don't know that. I think that and this is me just educated guessing. I think that the mooncakes in Autumn Festival are a little different than the type of mooncakes that they serve at the Spring Festival.
That would make sense.
I do think, yes, mooncake. I do think like there are mooncakes shared.
Yeah.
There's the traditional sweet is like a little different. Because it's like whatever was in season at that time.
Feels true to me.
Yeah, I don't know. If you guys know, let us know.
Yeah, right.
We skipped the food research. Sorry. Okay, so another thing, though, at New Year's Eve night, before they also stayed up late, but not necessarily to count down to midnight. It was usually that the head of the household would unseal the front door with explosions of firecrackers, opening it up to let in the strong and healthy influences of the fresh year. We talked about how firecrackers also loud noises in lots of cultures warm up people's spirits, right? But in olden times, very few people actually even went to bed on New Year's Eve. So, staying up late is definitely common.
Sick.
And playing there's lots of different games and pastimes that ancient Chinese families would do to pass the time. Having a night of merriment. But nowadays, I know
I love a night of merriment.
Yeah, we'll drink, eat, do karaoke, play video games. It's been modernized a lot. However, I do want to mention there is a custom that some families have to wait until the first day of the year, of the lunar year, to ceremoniously open up the main gate or door. So that's that time that the male head of the house would write auspicious characters or phrases to be hung at the entrance. And some also waited until this day to approach the ancestral altar for seasonal rites, and to bow. And pay reverence. And also some children would wake up on New Year's Day to find red envelopes under their pillows rather than from their relatives. Again, so every family, celebrates it a little differently.
Yeah, totally. Makes sense.
Yes. Okay. So, then people after that, Lunar New Year is actually celebrated over 15 days. It's like a really long, and again, it's the biggest celebration of the lunar calendar and of a lot of cultures. So, like I mentioned, I wanted to mention lucky words and actions are encouraged at this time, but there's also taboos. So like I said, they avoid the number 4 because it sounds like the word for death. Any words that sound similar to relating to death, illness, or bankruptcy are avoided. Kitchen work and sewing are avoided on the New Year Day and New Year's Eve because of the use of scissors, needles, and other sharp objects. So traditionally, you did not clean on New Year's Day, on Lunar New Year Day.
Yeah, you clean leading up to it, right?
Yes,
and then you
to it.
Sit in your clean house.
Exactly, because the fear was that you would accidentally sweep out the good luck out the door. But, nowadays some people will use Lunar New Year Day as like the day to start cleaning. and just clean all day. I don't know. It's, right now, it depends. Right. It's like, depends on how you want to celebrate it.
Yeah. I mean, like with so many things, it's like,
yeah.
you know.
It varies.
Yeah, some people do presents on Christmas Eve for some reason. I don't know, you know? Why not?
Right? Yeah. It just depends on what sounds right for you. And yeah, a lot of people make pilgrimages to temples depending on what they worship. You have the like theater groups and acrobatic troops will perform in the streets. You have now those dragon dances and lion dances, stilt walking performances, folk pageantry. Nowadays people will take their children to the zoo or the movies or the park. It's a holiday. Everyone's closed. It's a big deal. And also FYI, if you ever wanted to know this, traditionally a Chinese person counts his or her age by starting the day of birth with 1. I also know that this is the way that Koreans calculate their age. So if you meet someone who was born and raised in Korea, they might be like, oh, first they're always going to say their age and ask how old you are, because that depends on how they talk to you. In terms of formality, know, whether or not you use the formal term verbiage. And also they're technically going to be a couple years older than maybe they are according to our Western calendar year, because everyone celebrates their own natal anniversaries, but then do not count themselves 1 year older until they pass another new year. So everyone ages up a day on Lunar New Year. So when I was meeting people when I was in Korea, I had to like do math in my head, because if they would be like, oh, I'm 27, I'm like, oh, you're actually probably closer to 25-ish, depending on where your birthday fell within the Lunar New Year. I just heard, though, that Korea just passed a law where they're not doing that anymore. Oh. So they're going to be following Western Gregorian calendar age. So I'm like, wait, everyone's just going to lose a couple years of their age?
I guess I'm 25 now. That's
very confusing.
Wild. That's like switching from like to metric and that kind of thing, like midlife. Huge. It's just like, oh, okay, all right.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of the younger generations already kind of know what their like Western age is versus their like Korean age, but yeah, that's a big thing. Anyway, I haven't done any further research on this.
Born like January 1st in the Gregorian calendar, and then you passed the Lunar New Year, would you be 2 at like a month old?
Yeah, I think so.
That's wild. That's cool though, you know?
Yeah.
What a world we live in.
Yeah, so that's why like when I met my bio mom, and she was at the time I think I was 27 and she was like, "Oh, you're 30." And I'm like, "What?"
Excuse me?
Anyway. So quickly I'm going to wrap this up and then hand it over to Emily to talk more specifics about this year in the Zodiac. But ways to celebrate. We talked about this already. Clean your house. Clean your house, girl.
Clean your house.
Pay off your debts. Don't avoid borrowing or lending money during this time. Also, I found this on another video. I was looking at many different sources because I wanted to make sure everything was at least as correct as I could be. If it's your year of birth, which this year is, which we'll talk about, like, so I'm the year of the rabbit, and it's the year of the rabbit this year. Some traditions say that you should wear one piece of red clothing every day for the whole year to ward off your bad luck for the year.
Yeah, because it's not lucky to be a rabbit this year, which I will dig into later. What? Yeah, I know. Unfortunate, right?
So I guess I got to go buy like a multi-pack of red underwear or something, because I don't have a lot of red clothing.
Yeah, you could wear so much red underwear. And socks. You could do red socks.
Yeah.
Get a single red t-shirt. I'll give you one of my ketchup t-shirts.
Actually, I really love your... Wait, side note, guys, Emily just launched merch. You have to go on her website. What's your website,
Come check out emily-duncan.com.
Amazing.
It's the best. I am very happy with this website. That ketchup shirt
is actually really... I saw
Some
it on
of my friends
live.
made it for me, and I'm thrilled with it. Yeah, the ketchup thing is great.
I really love that ketchup shirt. So yeah, I might hit you up for that. I'll buy one. I'll buy one off. I'll pay money.
Yeah, I'll give you the friends and family code. I'll give any of you the friends and family code. Just hit me up. But Kate especially. But any of you, really. Honestly, just
none
ask.
For you, only for me. Yeah, Emily, check out Emily's website and buy her merch. It's amazing, and watch her videos. They're so good.
Thank you, Kate. Thanks for our weekly plug, or not weekly, but whatever, episodely plug of me and my stuff.
Of Emily being amazing.
Come hang out anytime you want, friends. And thanks for being here at Witchcast. And Kate, I'll give it up for Kate because she's the best. If you ever have merch, I'll buy it. And I hope you know that.
Thank you. I mean, I really would love to eventually get merch. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah, Witchcast merch. Merchcast. Which merch? Merchcast. I haven't decided yet. Which merchcast? Witchcast merch. It's in there somewhere.
We'll workshop it.
Yeah. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to quickly finish this up and hand off to you. But okay, back to our program. Not cutting or changing your hair. So I thought this was interesting. So the Chinese character for hair is the same as the first character in the word for prosper. So some believe that cutting or changing your hair on the first day or even within the first month of the Lunar New Year is like throwing or washing away your fortune.
Oh, shit.
So many nowadays just limit the superstition to just the first day of Lunar New Year. So just avoid washing or cutting your hair on that day. If you don't want to shower, don't shower on Lunar New Year, folks.
This is very informative. I was thinking about cutting and dyeing my hair, so I better get it in before the Lunar New Year just to be safe. You know?
Yeah, just to be safe. I mean, if you want to.
I do want to.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you'll say this, but it's Lunar New Year this year falls on the 22nd.
Aha! I was going to ask if you had it, because you know what I didn't write down? That.
Yes. So Sunday, January 22nd. I only know because I literally just had to look it up for something I'm doing with work. So that is the specific first Lunar New Year day. But like we said, people celebrate weeks leading up to it and weeks after it. So give and receive red envelopes, like I mentioned, adorned with gold, stuffed with cash. This is when the older relatives would give this to the children when they bow, but also in the Philippines they do this. In Vietnam, it's lucky money. In Korea, actually it's given in white envelopes.
Oh.
I personally did not know that.
Neato.
Which is interesting because white is actually the color that you wear to like funerals. It's like for death. So maybe it's like, I don't know.
Death of the old year. Here's some cash.
Right. Buy new clothes, like I said. Wearing traditional clothing is in some families still what is it? Honored? Not honored. People sometimes wear.
Yeah, people just do it. People do. It's a day
clothing.
for wearing formal traditional clothing if you want.
Yeah, I was trying to think of that word that means that they do it, but it's not there anymore.
Words are hard.
Words are so hard.
They're so hard.
They're so hard. Speaking of words, the Chinese word for book is pronounced the same way as the word lose. So some people believe that buying books for yourself or others can forecast bad luck for the upcoming year around the Lunar New Year.
Ooh.
So, yeah, just don't do it during Lunar New Year. Again.
Wow. I feel like I should be writing this down, honestly.
There's so many.
Do get a haircut before the Lunar New Year. Do not buy any books until like February. Note to self.
I mean, also choose what you want.
And, I want to clean, but I want to stop before the 21st. Just to be safe.
It's complicated, right?
So is the 22nd New Year's Eve Lunar New Year, or is it New Year's Day Lunar New Year?
That's New Year's Day.
Okay. All right. So the 21st, I also shouldn't clean and maybe party.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I think that sounds good. It's a Saturday. I think that works out.
Yeah. Just in case,
Yeah. It doesn't hurt, right?
Couldn't hurt.
Again, this is also a time to like repair relationships, reach out to old friends. People visit each other on the days after Lunar New Year. Be your best self, speak kindly, avoid fights and arguments, watch your words. Everyone's traditions believe that avoiding terms relating to death, killing, poverty, illness can help shield yourself and your loved ones from tragedy and misfortune in the upcoming years. And connecting with family. I'm just going to skip everything else and go. And also, a lot of people get together with their family.
Feels right.
Wish each other good luck, good fortune, all the good stuff. You know the drill. Bring in the good, leave out the bad, et cetera, et cetera. There's so much, guys. Honestly, my research is pages and pages long.
Wow.
So if you're interested in more, I can direct you to more resources. You know what? I'll link some in our website.
Beautiful. Love it. Thank you, Kate. That was extremely informative.
Lunar New Year in a nutshell.
Oh,
now,
boy.
Over to you, Emily.
Squeezing it into a little nutshell. Now, I have 7 pages of research also. So buckle up, buttercups.
Yes.
All right, so you mentioned it's the year of the rabbit. My side of this is that I'm going to be talking about the Chinese Zodiac, the year-by-year 12-animal zodiac. So let's do that. Chinese astrology, including the Chinese Zodiac, dates back to about as far as the Zhou dynasty, which is 1046 to 256 BC, but really picked up steam and kind of got like solidified as we know it now a little bit more during the Han dynasty from the 2nd century BC to 2nd century AD. We call it the Chinese Zodiac because it originated in China, but it's popular in many, many other parts of Asia, especially places where China colonized or had a lot of influence. Mm-hmm. So, the 12 Chinese zodiac signs are, in contrast to Western astrology, divided by year. They start typically with the Lunar New Year, although some traditionalists will say it starts with the start of spring, which doesn't always fall on exactly the same day. It can be a couple days later. But generally, it's accepted in popular culture in China and other parts of Asia that it starts with the Lunar New Year. Anyway, this mostly matters if you were born at the end of January or beginning of February, because you might get conflicting reports about which year you fall into, and so like which animal you are. Yeah, exactly. You can be a cusp baby in this case. Gotcha. But broadly, popular culture, like, you know, if you see a printed horoscope or anything like that, it's gonna say Lunar New Year. Anyway, so the 12-year cycle was actually, I thought this was really interesting, originally derived from observations of Jupiter's orbit. Which is actually 11.86 years long, but they decided to round up, I guess.
That's fair.
Yeah. And so, in theory, the different animals are somehow related to the sky because it's whoever's in opposition to Jupiter is unlucky. And when it's your year, you're in opposition to Jupiter. Anyway, but that I found hard to source. So take that with a grain of salt. Anyway. So while Western astrology is based on constellations, the animals in the Chinese zodiac were chosen with some iterating first, but ultimately chosen from animals that were just important in everyday life in ancient China and had certain like existing associations. The direct translation actually isn't 100% correct a lot of the time. Like we say rabbit, but actually there aren't rabbits in China. There are hares, but like,
oh yeah.
You know, again, it's like, just roll with it. You know?
Yeah.
So where was I? Anyway, so the standard story for what the animals are and the order that they're in, that we say now is that the Jade Emperor, who is a major, Kate mentioned him earlier, he's a major deity in Chinese/Taoist culture. We could spend a whole episode on that also, but we're not going to. So he's a deity. Let's move on. The Jade Emperor held a race, and the order of the animals, like I said, is the order they finished the race and passed through the heavenly gate. So here's the story as told by Ruby Zhao in a very helpful article on ChinaHighlights.com. This is the same story I found in other places, but I thought Ruby really did a great job just knocking it out. So Rat and Ox got up very early. On the way to the gate, Rat jumped onto the back of Ox to cross the river. He won first place by suddenly jumping down from Ox's back and dashing to the feet of the Emperor when they were near the heavenly gate. Ox then came in second. Tiger and Rabbit came third and fourth because both are fast and competitive, but Tiger was faster. The good-looking Dragon was fifth and was immediately noticed by the Jade Emperor, who said that Dragon's son could be sixth. And just then, Snake came forward and said Dragon was his adoptive father, so Snake got in sixth. Horse and Goat then arrived. They were very kind and modest, and each let the other go first. They were ranked seventh and eighth. Monkey had fallen well behind, but he jumped between trees and stones and caught up to be ninth, and then the last were Rooster, Dog, and Pig. The cat notably didn't make the zodiac cut because the cat and rat got as far as crossing the river together on Ox's back, but the rat pushed cat into the water. Cat was washed away and didn't get to the heavenly gate in time to get a ranking, and that's why cat and rat have such great enmity between them, so all rats scatter when a cat appears.
Yeah, wow. I love it.
Yeah, and then so to summarize, the Chinese zodiac animals are in order: rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. The exact same animals are used in South Korea, North Korea, Singapore, and Cambodia. And then the Japanese zodiac is the same, except they use the word for boar instead of pig. Vietnamese replaces ox with buffalo and rabbit with cat, actually, interestingly. The Thai zodiac, instead of having a dragon, has naga, which is a human snake beast. They have naga, which is half human, half snake, which is, I think, in Thai culture, which is probably why that got in instead of dragon. And then the Burmese zodiac actually only has 8 animals. The Garuda, a mythical bird, tiger, lion, elephant with tusks, rat, guinea pig, and dragon. And there's also one of them, I forget who it is, but one of them has, what's it called? Like a mouse deer or something. And I was like, oh, that's a very cute animal. I'll try and find a photo of that and send it along.
Yes, please.
Along with the correct name. It's something like, but not necessarily mouse deer. And I was like, that exists? That's so cute. Anyway.
Deer. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it. But
yeah. Anyway, okay, so let's find out what year you were born or what year you fall under by me just reading some of the years. I'm just going to kind of guess loosely what the age group is here. So rats are 1960, 1970, 1984, 1996, 2008. I'm going to guess no one born in 2020 is listening right now.
They are. I have some questions.
They don't have a lot to say, but ox, 1961, 1973, 1985, 1997, 2009. Tiger, 62, 74, 86, 98, 2010, 2022. As you can see, it's every 12 years. I'll try and do this fast. Rabbit, 63, 75, 87, 99, 11, and 2023. So if you have a child born this year, they are in the year of the rabbit, as you have probably deduced by now. Dragons are 64, 76, 88, 2000, 2012, and in the future, 2024. Snakes, which I'm a snake, 65, 77, 89, 2001, 2013. Horse, 66, 78, 90, 2002, 2014. Goat, 67, 79, 91, 03, 15. Are we following this? Is this too much? Monkey is 1968, 1980, 1992, 2004, 2016. Roosters, 1969, 1981, 1993, 2005, and 2017. Dog, 1958, 1970, 1982, 1994, 2006, 2018. And then pigs are 59, 71, 83, 95, 2007, and 2019.
I love that you, first of all, well done, Emily.
Thank you.
But I also love that you were like, I'm going to pick out the age ranges of our listeners and then proceeded to list everyone basically 73 till 2 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I figured no one earlier than the 1950s is checking out which cast, but you never know.
I mean, if you are born before 1950 and you're listening, please
let us know.
I would love to.
We want to hear all about you.
That was amazing. Good job.
Thank you. Now I shall read 3 to 4 major qualities of each of those years.
Yes.
All right. So starting with the rat, rats are considered quick-witted, resourceful, versatile, and kind. Ox. This is interesting because I feel like a lot of these are not stereotypes that we have of these animals. Who knows? Anyway, ox are diligent, dependable, strong, and determined. Okay, so that one actually does track. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Tiger, brave, confident, competitive, and unpredictable. Rabbit, quiet, elegant, kind, and responsible. Dragon, confident, intelligent, and enthusiastic. Snakes are enigmatic, intelligent, and wise, obviously.
Clearly.
Horse, animated, active, and energetic. Goats are calm, gentle, and sympathetic. Monkeys are sharp, smart, and curious. Roosters are observant, hardworking, and courageous. Dogs are lovely, honest, and prudent. And pigs are compassionate, generous, and diligent.
Nice.
As with Western astrology, your zodiac animal can be used to determine who you're compatible with, things that are unlucky and lucky for you, numbers that are lucky and unlucky for you, and more. And as with Western astrology, should probably be taken with a grain of salt. You don't have to divorce your partner if they don't match up. But it can be fun to look. And it's also an easy way to figure out how old someone is. A little conjecture here / this was implied but not explicitly said by some of the things I read. But assuming birth certificates weren't as common in 200 BC, it could be handy to help be like, oh, you're a goat, I remember. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, the signs are typically grouped in trines. Some people seem to refer to these by elements, but I couldn't find a real breakdown of the elements, and it seemed like they didn't 100% match up, so I'm not going to worry about that. But there are possibly elements associated with each of these years, and if you're curious, you should look it up. There's a lot here, guys. I think you can tell. There's like a lot to talk about.
We're in over our heads.
Anyway, so the signs are typically grouped, and so if a year... they're like groups based on what year it is that are more lucky and less lucky. Anyway, so the first trine is the rat, dragon, and monkey. The second trine is ox, snake, and rooster. The third is tiger, horse, and dog. And the fourth is rabbit, goat, and pig. The year of the rabbit, getting into this year, the year of the rabbit is, in particular, is broadly considered a more lucky year. And the year of the goat is loosely unlucky. But again, not for everyone. So what zodiac animal signs are lucky in 2023? Firstly, oxes, tigers, and snakes. Then with like medium luck, you get dogs, horses, goats, and pigs. And then rabbits and rats' fortunes will be influenced by something called opposition to Tai Sui, so sorry for the pronunciation there, which is, there's 60 guardian gods of the years called Tai Sui, and each one gets a year at a time. This is a whole thing. We're not even going to worry about it. Just know that that's out there, and that's why it's unlucky for rabbits and rats. And that some people think that that has something to do with stars in opposition to Jupiter, but I don't fully understand it. And then roosters and monkeys will have to work especially hard this year to make headway.
I had no idea that the year of your, like, I would have assumed, right, that if I'm a rabbit and it's the year of the rabbit, oh, it'd be good luck for me. Nope.
No such luck.
Gotta work a little harder.
Yeah.
Rats.
Or
rather, rabbits.
Rabbits. And then, okay, so I found a really great article that I've already forgotten who it came from. Oh, Japan Times. The Japan Times.co.jp. Anyway.
Official.
Mm-hmm, yes. This was written by Catherine Wortley. All right. But she quotes, astrologers.
Yeah,
anyway, so
that's hilarious.
Actually, now I have to find out who this quote is from. Hold tight. Okay, so Hong Kong-based Chinese and Western astrologer Jupiter Lai is the person that she's talking to in the beginning of this, because I copy-pasted it from later in the article. Anyway, so Lai says the rabbit is gentle, quiet, tame, tender, and kind. This is about what to expect for this year broadly. Yet it moves quickly and is very clever, she says, pointing to the Chinese idiom, a crafty rabbit has 3 burrows. This implies that the rabbit not only has many ideas, but is also good at adapting to the environment and can move very quickly, allowing it to protect itself during times of danger or when the situation is not favorable. As a result, the overall energy of 2023 is likely to be gentle and calm, with people looking for a more balanced life, she said. There could also be more movement and traveling, just like that of a swift rabbit. And then Hawaii-based veteran astrologer Catherine Moe agrees, noting that the Lunar New Year on January 22nd will bring a wave of calm as well as confidence and ease. The Year of the Rabbit's gentle approach will soothe the ups and downs of last year's Year of the Tiger. Because again, tigers are supposed to be unpredictable, she says. And even in the face of hurdles in 2023, people will benefit from the rabbit's quiet constancy to overcome them.
Yay.
Yay!
I manifest that. I love it.
And
what does the kids say? I claim this energy.
Ooh, I like that. Go kids. And that's my overview, my brief but thorough overview of the Chinese Zodiac, which again is only a piece of Chinese astrology overall, but again, we're not going to worry about that right now.
I also heard,
thousands of years old.
Yeah, ancient. And I don't know where this thought is coming in, when you have like a thing of like, wait, I think I heard this once, that like there's also so many, just like Western astrology, there's so many types of like degrees and breakdowns, and it gets much more complex because people are like, how is everyone born on the same year the same way? It's not as simple as that, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But this is your top line overview.
Yeah. Which is what you come for here at Witchcast.
Yeah.
Just a taste.
What do you want? A whole season on Chinese astrology? I mean, okay. Maybe.
We could.
We'd have to find a lot of experts.
A lot of experts.
And, probably we'd have to take a road trip to China. We can't take a road trip to China. We'd have to take a air trip to China.
A plane trip. I would be so down for that, first of all.
I mean, if you guys insist that we do that, I guess we could figure it out.
We could make it happen. We could write off for the podcast that doesn't make us any money. But it made me think about traditional Chinese medicine too, because when you talk about elements, right? You mentioned elements, then I'm like, I'm thinking about wood, metal. Oh God.
Yeah, I feel like I read that the dragon is wood and the rooster is metal and the ox is maybe water, but it might also be wood. I don't remember now. This is why I didn't get too far down the rabbit hole. I tried to find it, but it was written in a way that was very hard to pull together. Yeah. I couldn't get an easy list. I'm sure it's out there. I could not find it.
Yeah, it's a lot. But I hope you guys found this interesting. I didn't know anything that you just said.
Yeah,
so
right? I was like, oh, wow, I am learning a lot really fast.
We learned so much. Same. Shall we draw a card?
Yeah, let's do that. Do you want to draw it or do you want me to draw it?
I was thinking maybe I should draw from my Korean deck that you gave me.
Oh, hello. I'd like that very much.
Because we're talking Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
So this is the 4 Seasons Hwatu Oracle deck that Emily gave me. That is just so beautiful.
Thank you. I'm sending good energy to your draw. Ooh.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm just going to spread them out and pick one because they're so nice and I don't want to ruin them. I don't know if you guys experience this, but I tend to ruin my tarot cards when I shuffle because I'm such a bad shuffler. And
I feel like it depends on the deck. Some decks are really not easy to shuffle. They're thick and large. Yeah. They're not designed for the shuffle.
Yeah. This deck is, I've posted pictures of it before and obviously we'll post a photo on our Instagram. But they have small, red foil lined cards, and they're beautiful, but it just makes me feel very nervous about shuffling them.
I hear you.
So I'm just going to do blah, 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 close my eyes and pick a card. And then there's no words on it, so then hold, please. Look up what it means.
I'm not going to do any more of that because we don't have the money for that copyright claim.
We don't have the rights.
But I think we all know what I'm thinking.
Yes. The card I pulled was for, and this is based around the seasons. So this was for September, feast, relaxation.
Hey.
As the season of chrysanthemum approaches, all things are ripening. On a joyous drink table, drinks are overflowing, and the fish sticks out of the water and is busy watching the world. Oh yeah, I'll post a photo of this, but there's a cute little fish and water and
oh, this is such
drinks.
A cute card.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, it's a little party.
People are busy
fish party.
preparing for autumn before it fully begins. High-class people would have enjoyed the flavor of the season and recited poems over a drink. As the taste of the art is full, it was possible for even the private houses to consider their circumstances and enjoy a moment of relaxation properly. Regardless of whether people's lives are hard or wealthy, the seasons circulate again and pass the hot summer to reach the entrance of the cool season. Mother Nature's order flows regardless of people's lives. The wise knew and obeyed this law and also found joy and pleasure in it. So, keyword, a time of abundance. Everything goes as you wish. If you don't do things by getting emotionally carried away, you can enjoy the relaxation slowly. As the flow of your luck is going very positively, there's no need to worry. Narcissism can be excessive. The overall flow is good.
Nice.
So yeah, hey.
I feel like that's a perfect
message.
Lunar New Year card.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
Love it.
So we'll post a photo of this on our Instagram.
Yeah. Indeed, we will.
Speaking of, you can follow us on Instagram at Witchcast Podcast.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Or shoot us an email at witchcastpodcast@gmail. We'll post some links on our website, witchcastpodcast.com.
Yes, indeedy. And hey, while you're out there on the internet, why not go ahead and leave us a 5-star review? For example, you could do it on Apple Podcasts. You could do it on Spotify. Do you listen to podcasts on something other than one of those two? Leave a 5-star review there. Bring a Sharpie with you and write it on a bathroom wall if you want. That's also fine. We'll take it.
That would be great. Not that we're condoning vandalism, but that would be awesome.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Please follow the law and all grumble.
But it helps other people find us, which helps us, eventually monetize and be able to do this more often. And get you guys more content.
Right. And also it's nice and we like it.
Yeah. And we'll give you a shout out on social. Anyway, we appreciate it. And we appreciate you. And thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. As always, I hope you're great.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Whoa.
However you celebrate.
Yeah.
Jinx.
And until next time.
Hex
yeah.
'Cause it's Witchcast.
We did it.
Another perfect episode in the books.